And let's see how our back is doing. We're gonna roll down and bring our knees to our chest and make some circles and take deep breaths. So let's do this with our arms down. So we really start to use our belly, squeezing the legs together and rolling the hips in the opposite direction. And then we're gonna stretch our legs up toward the ceiling and bend the legs halfway, 90 degrees. Let's do a few more. So slow this down, this kind of bending, so you start to really wake up the thighs. And one more. And then we're gonna take our feet back down to the mat and roll the hips up. And roll the hips down. So one vertebrae at a time, lengthening the spine. And we're gonna add the arms with the hips. And let's do one more and hold our hips up. And we're gonna take a few breaths, kind of reaching the fingers up higher and stretching the arms. Let's take 3 more breaths. And while we're up here, bring the navel to the spine, so a deeper pelvic tilt. And we're gonna roll everything down and put our hands behind our head. And first of all, just take a breath here, feel the stretch as you roll the shoulders down. And we're gonna take our right knee to the left elbow and go side to side. And let's do a couple more. And then regular crunches and lift and lower and wake up the belly even more. And one more like this. And then we're gonna reach the legs up and bend and do 9 more. And one more. And then our bicycles, elbow to knee. And then let's do the last one. And we're gonna take the left elbow to the right knee and lift and lower the left leg. Let's just do 5. And one more. And now we're gonna switch the legs and lift and lower the right leg. And 2 more. And let's bring ourselves back to 90-degree legs, arms on the mat. And take 3 breaths. Just flex the feet so we're pressing the hips down. And let's open the knees out and bring them in. And while we do this, we're going to add on. So as the legs go out, let's bring the elbows in and do a few more of these. Let's do 2 more. And then we're going to bring the feet down and the arms down. And let's do our spinal twist. So we're going to take the knees over to the right, look over to the left, and reach the left arm out. And let's take a few deep breaths, increasing the stretch. And last deep breath. And let's try the other side. Knees over to the left. The head is over, rolled to the right, and breathe. And one more breath. And let's come back to the center. So we're going to roll the hips up again and walk the shoulder blades closer together. And then lift our right leg up. And let's go leg to leg, the left, and keep going. The right, the left, and one more to each leg, the right and the left. So we're going to roll the hips down and come into happy baby and take a few breaths as we rock side to side. And let the head roll as you're moving the hips. And then 3 more breaths in the center, rolling the shoulders down and pressing the legs down, the hips down. And we're going to come into butterfly, bringing our feet together. And 2 more breaths. And then let's put the feet back down. We're going to roll over and come on up. And let's sit cross-legged. And we're going to start by rolling the shoulders down and finding a little bit more length. We're going to put our hands on the low ribs and breathe. See if you can lengthen the elbows away from you. And feel how the ribs are opening with each breath. And one more big breath. Then we're going to release the arms and twist to the right. Keep that breath going. And let's twist to the left. Same thing. Nice long breaths. And then forward fold, hinging from the hips. Let's walk our arms to the right. And then over to the left. And we're going to come back to the center, right hand down and left arm over. Maybe your forearm can come down. And let's take 3 more breaths, rolling the chest open. And then we're going to try it on the other side. Left hand down, right arm over. And 1 more breath. And let's come back to the center. So we're going to put our feet down and hinge forward. Just kind of stretch out the back, chin toward the chest. And see if you can lengthen the chest forward, kind of like a turtle. And then walk your arms underneath the legs somewhere. See if you can grab a hold of your feet and take 3 more breaths, hinging even farther forward. And we're going to come on up. And let's come on over now to hands and knees. And right on into our puppy pose, lengthening forward, hips stretching away from us. And take 3 more breaths. And then we're going to come down on our belly in Sphinx. And let's keep that breath going. And roll the shoulders down and breathe. And now half arm plank, lifting the hips. And start to walk the legs out and then in. Just a few more times, really waking up the legs and the hips. And then last time. And we're going to press back to child's pose. And walk our arms to the right. And over to the left. And back to the center, downward dog. Let's lift our right leg up. So we're just going to hold this for another deep breath. And then switch right foot down, left leg up for 3-legged dog. And then put that down. Let's walk to the top and come in our forward fold. Just bend and straighten a little bit so your chest can come to your thighs. And let's come all the way up. And bring our hands to our heart. We're going to twist the upper body to the right and then to the left, back to the center. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold, and step our right leg back. So we've been working on this, fingertips off the mat. We're going to reach the arms up for a high lunge and take 3 breaths. And then reaching the arms forward and just hold. So we're stretching out the back of the right foot and the right leg. And then let's step forward and we're back in Tadasana. Let's take another deep breath. And we're going to try it on the other side. So inhaling up, forward fold, left leg steps back. Fingertips off the mat, and we're going to reach the arms up for high lunge and take 3 breaths. Keep lifting through the chest. And then arms reach forward. So we're really lengthening the back of the left leg. And 1 more breath. And then stepping forward. Really good. Let's bring our arms down by our sides. And we're going to clasp our hands. Inhale, looking up and forward fold. You can bend your legs. And let's come all the way up and reach the arms up. Hands to our heart. And we're going to lift the right leg up and just hold. Let's take that right leg out and in 5 times. And then we're going to put our right foot down and switch. So left knee up and just hold. And now the left knee goes out and in 5 times. And 1 more. And then left foot down. Let's inhale the arms up, forward fold. We're going to step back to down dog. And let's lengthen all the way here with the spine, lifting the hips a little higher. And we're going to come back to that 3-legged dog, lifting the right leg up, coming forward to plank and back to dog. 4 more. And we've got 1 more. Now put the right foot down so we're back in dog. We're going to switch our legs, left leg up, forward to plank, back to dog, and then 4 more. And 1 more. And put the left foot down for regular dog. Let's come into our half-arm plank. And hold your hands so you feel a little bit bigger base here. We're going to take a few more breaths. And let's lift up into dolphin. And keep pressing the forearms down. Release the head. 3 more breaths. And then we're gonna come into a child's pose and bring our arms behind us. And let's sit up on our heels and twist to the right. And then over to the left. And back to the center. And we're gonna clasp our hands behind us and come into rabbit. So inhaling, looking up, forward fold, chest to thigh, and then lift the hips up, arms over the head, 3 breaths. And easy does it, sit back on your heels, and we're gonna release the palms facing up and take a couple more breaths, feeling the lengthening of our spine. And let's come into hands and knees and do a few cat-cows. And one more. And we're gonna come into a neutral spine and bird dog. Right leg lifts up, left arm in front of us, and just hold, evening the hips. And last deep breath. And let's put that down and switch left leg and right arm. Feel that evenness in the hips. And one more breath. And we're gonna put that down. And now we're gonna lift the arms up over our head. We're on our knees. And let's come into a little back bend. And then we're gonna bring our hands back down to the mat. Let's come back to our downward dog and take 3 breaths. And lift the right leg up. Let's step it forward. And we're gonna come into another high lunge and take 3 breaths. And let's twist to the right and cross the arm over, hands together. And left hand down, right arm up. And let's come back to down dog. And now we're gonna switch, left leg lifts up and steps forward. And let's come into our high lunge and take 3 slow breaths. Now let's twist to the left and we're crossing the arm over, hands together and looking to the left. And then right hand down, left arm up in our twist. And let's come back to down dog. And we're gonna take 3 breaths. And let's try a little up dog to see where our back is right now. So we're gonna hold this here, take another breath, and come back to down dog and stretch and take another deep breath. And walk to the top of our mat. And let's come halfway up. Forward fold. And inhale all the way up. And hands to our heart. So we're going to lift the right knee up so we can grab a hold of the right big toe and stretch the leg out. The big toe pose, left arm out. And then we're going to try this. We're going to come into warrior three. So right leg back. And then step the leg forward and we're back in Tadasana. And take another breath. And let's try it on the other side. So we're going to lift the knee up, grab the left big toe, stretch the leg out. Right arm out for balance. And then let's release and come into our warrior three, left leg back. And last deep breath. And we're going to bring that left leg forward and we're in Tadasana. Really good. So we're going to walk our feet together, come up on our toes, squeezing everything together. And we're going to try Utkatasana with the legs together, reaching the arms out. And then twisting to the right, crossing the left elbow over, hands together. And let's try twisting to the left. And then back to Utkatasana. And come all the way up and bring the heels down, hands to our heart. And let's take a couple more breaths, lengthening the spine. And now we're going to reach the arms up, inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step back to downward dog. And take a few breaths and feel the difference. Let's come forward to a regular plank. And then chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. And we're going to come into our 5 cobras, hands off the mat. And we've got one more. And let's take our arms over our head and feel the breath in the spine. And we're going to bend our right leg and grab a hold of the foot or the ankle and press the thigh into the mat. Now let's roll on our back. And we're going to put our right foot down. And let's lift the left leg up and grab that big toe. Press the hip down and take 3 slow breaths. And we're going to add on today. So we're going to still hold the left leg, but bring it out to the left. and balance here. So the right foot is pressing down, left leg is out where it's comfortable, not too much so you're not balanced. So the hips are pressing down. And then let's bring the leg straight up again and release. Leg comes down, left arm over our head, roll back on our belly and release the right leg. And take a couple of breaths, feel the difference in each leg. And let's try it on the other side. So we're going to bend our left leg and hold the foot or the ankle. And when you're ready, let's roll on our back. We're going to take the left foot down, reach the right leg up, hold the big toe. And then let's bring that right leg out to the right as we press the left foot down. And a couple more slow breaths. Now we're going to bring that leg back up and release the leg down, arm over the head, roll back to the belly, and release the left leg. And let's press back to our child's pose. And keep walking the fingers away from us. So we're lengthening the whole spine. And now we're going to try a few iguanas. So reaching the hips forward and looking up, pausing, back to child's pose. And two more. This is our last one. And let's come back to our downward dog. We're going to lift our right leg up and come into warrior two. And then reverse, left arm down, right arm up. And forearm comes down, left arm over, and then reach the right arm out to the side. Let's come back to reverse. And fingertips down to the inside of the foot. And let's come back to our warrior two. And then Trikonasana. And into half moon. And we're going to lift the left leg up, just hop it up there. Let's take a few deep breaths. And we're going to come back to Trikonasana. And one more breath. And let's come all the way up into our wide-legged pose. So we're going to bring the palms up, roll the shoulders down, lean to the right, left arm over. And let's go to the other side. Left arm down, right arm over. And then back to the center, and let's reach both arms up, a little back bend. And then our forward fold, we're gonna go side to side with the legs, transverse lunges. And let's take 3 more breaths in the center. Just kind of let your head hang. Now we're going to come all the way up and reach the arms up, another back bend. And then warrior 2 with our left foot out. And reverse, right arm down and looking up. And let's take our left forearm down, right arm over. And when you're ready, reach the left arm out. And we're going to come into reverse. And then let's take the fingertips down and right arm up. And we're going to come back to warrior 2. And then Trikonasana, straightening our left leg. And then half moon. Let's hop that right foot forward and lift it up. And we're going to come back to Trikonasana and take 3 breaths. And let's come all the way up and reach both arms up and clasp our hands behind us. We're going to inhale and look up and forward fold. And we're going to turn this into a pyramid. So we're going to come on up, turn the legs to the right, kind of square the hips, come into our back bend. And then our forward fold, chest to thigh. And take another breath. And let's reach the arms up. We're going to reach them up over our head, another back bend. And then we're going to come back to the center and bring our hands to our heart. And take a couple of breaths and just feel, roll the shoulders down. And then inhale up, forward fold. Let the head hang. And let's come back up. We're going to reach the arms up and hold our hands behind us. And let's turn our legs to the left for pyramid and inhale and come up into our back bend, opening the heart, forward fold, chest to thigh. And then we're coming back up and reaching both arms up over our head for another back bend. And then we're going to come to the center and bring our hands to our heart. And we're going to come down into goddess, but keep our hands together, roll the shoulders down. We're going to put our hands behind the head or right by the ears, lean to the right, and then over to the left. And let's try that again, over to the right. And last time to the left. And to the center. Let's inhale all the way up, come into downward dog. And we're going to come into pigeon. Let's lift the right leg up, bend the knee, roll the hip open, and bring the knee between our thumbs. So we're going to go into our back bend. Let's come up on our fingertips. And then forward fold, squaring the hips. And let's take 3 more breaths. And we're going to come back to downward dog. Feel the difference in your spine. Let's take another deep breath. And we're going to switch legs. Left leg lifts up, bend the knee, roll the hip open, and knee between the thumbs as we scoot that right leg back and come on our fingertips for our back bend. And then forward fold. And 3 more breaths. And let's make our way back to our downward dog. And we're going to take 3 more breaths. Feel the balance in your body. And let's walk to the top of our mat. We're going to hold our elbows for our forward fold. And 1 more breath. And let's come all the way up. We're going to reach the arms up, looking up, hands to our heart in Tadasana. And 3 breaths, rolling the shoulders down. Feel the whole breath in your body. So we're going to lean to the right, take our left leg out to the left. Bring the leg in and out 5 times. And 1 more. And then left foot down, let's lean to the left, take the right leg out. Take that leg in and out 5 times. And we're going to bring our right foot down and just take a deep breath. Let's come into our squat. and take a few breaths in our squat. And 3 more breaths. And we're going to sit on the mat. And let's stretch our legs out in front of us. And just take a few breaths. We're going to bring our hands to our heart. And we're looking straight ahead, shoulders rolling down. Now let's cross the right leg over the left, and we're going to twist to the right. And a couple more breaths. And then let's release, come back to the center, and we're going to go to the other side, left leg over the right. And cross the right elbow over the left leg as we twist to the left. And a couple more slow breaths. And let's come back to the center. And we're going to sit in our Baddha Konasana pose. And just hinge forward wherever you're comfortable. And lengthen and take 3 more breaths. And last slow breath. And then as we come up, we're going to bring the legs together and roll down on our back. And we're going to bring our knees to our chest. And feel the weight of the head pressing into the mat as you rock side to side or make circles. And let's come into happy baby. And a couple more slow breaths. And then we're going to bring the feet down to the mat and knees over to the right for an easy spinal twist. And breathe. Notice how the breath can come into the lower ribs, just like when we started and we had our hands there. Feel that beautiful breath. And last deep breath. And let's switch the legs, roll them over to the left, and breathe. And let's take a few more slow breaths. And then we're going to come to the center and let's roll the hips up. So we're going to lift the hips up and take 3 breaths. And when you're ready, let's start to roll the hips down and come into our final pose of Shavasana. And allow the whole spine and the legs, the head, the shoulders to relax. Feel the jaw and the facial muscles soften. and feel this beautiful breath, the inhales and the exhales. Letting go of what no longer serves us and bringing in beautiful etheric vitality. We're wishing ourselves good health and harmony, peace to our homes and families and communities, and peace for our whole world, to our brothers and sisters everywhere. Let's start to deepen our breath, and we're going to reach our arms over our head with a big stretch and roll to the side and come on up so we can seal in our practice today together as we bring our hands to our heart. Let's take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Happy Friday.
Thank you, Marian.
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Not
Bye.
class. Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.